So sometimes when people don't like something that I say on social media, they sometimes claim that medical error is the third leading cause of death in the United States. Now, you can easily find this claim if you Google it, and a study did suggest this, but it's very misleading because there's not documented evidence of enough medical deaths from medical errors to make medical errors the third leading cause of death. In fact, if you look it up now, medical error isn't even in the top 10 causes of death in the USA. The claim is based off a review study that tried to extrapolate findings from studies on smaller groups of people. The argument was that if the rate is this high in their group, then it might be this high in the whole United States. But the issue is that several of these studies only had 5 to 15 medical error deaths, which is too small to safely extrapolate to the whole United States. And one of the studies they used was examining patients over 65 years old on Medicare, which is again not representative of the entire USA population. In the whole USA, 1 in 10 people admitted to the hospital are just there to give birth to their baby. Medical errors are a lot more likely if you're over 65 in the hospital. That's because you usually have more medical diagnoses and you're taking more medications, and it's going to require more medical interventions, which is more opportunity for medical error. The number of people who die from medical errors is pretty difficult to calculate because of all the outpatient medical care that occurs without follow-up. Similarly, in the hospital, the cause of death is usually pretty complex and it's not a single issue. Now, as an anecdote, in 10 years of medical training, I don't think I've ever encountered a patient who directly died from a specific medical error. But I'm sure there's more medical harm than is appreciated or documented, but I don't think this study is enough to conclude that medical error is the third leading cause of death in the United States. Unfortunately, this has been publicized enough that people are assuming that we have hundreds of thousands of confirmed medical error deaths, which is not true. And this information is weaponized into anti-doctor rhetoric without considering the source or considering the millions of lives that are saved by the medical system every year.